Hello, gorgeous girl. Welcome back to my channel. And this is the best of the best of the best. I'm not holding anything back. So if you're new here, hello, I'm Tracy, and I am obsessed with all things beauty. Even though I'm a fitness and wellness person for over the last 25 years, I'm 49 years old, and I just love beauty. I love skincare, I love makeup, I love like all the things. So I've got a huge list for you, and we're gonna dive in. And you'll wanna make sure you stay to the end of this video, because at the end of this video, I'm sharing my super unsexy, but products that absolutely work that I will never not live with. Okay, number one is a product I've never talked about here on my YouTube channel, and I've been using it for almost a year, and that is Snail Mucin. I know it sounds so disgusting, and this is a product that kind of went viral about a year ago, and I tried it, you know, TikTok was talking all about it, but I have to tell you, I love this product. For me, where it stands in my skincare is after I wash my face, after applying a spray toner, then this is the first product that I put on. You know, we always want to go from lightest to heaviest with like serums first, into thicker serums, into moisturizer if you're using a moisturizer, and this stuff is amazing. So whenever I run out of a hyaluronic acid product, this is where the Snail Mucin lives for me. I just find that it gives my skin a hydration. Now here's what's really key when you use this. It's not expensive. I believe it's a Korean product, but you want to put it on damp skin. Do not put it on dry skin, because much like hyaluronic acid, it plumps up whatever moisture you have, and if you don't have any moisture on, it's just gonna kind of sit on your face. So spritz your face with a spray toner, then put on your Snail Mucin and get ready to glow, honey. My next product for you is, okay, I have gray hair, I'm 49, you know, like it's just a part of my life. And it's so funny because I remember when I first got started on YouTube 10 years ago, I used to go nuts when I had roots, and I was like, oh my God, you can see my dark roots. What I wouldn't give to have those dark roots now. I had been using another brand for root spray kind of in between colorings, and I color my own hair. But I have found one that is about half the price, and I actually prefer the color more. So for my hair, which is, you know, fairly blonde, I like using a light brown root spray because I feel like it just gives me a little bit more definition here. It doesn't wash me out because I have very fair skin. So I love the Everpro root spray. And again, like I said, it's just as good as the other brands that are like $25, $30 or ones you can get at the salon. You can get this on Amazon and it's about like $12. You know, prices on Amazon change. So definitely add to cart. It stays forever. It doesn't get all over my skin. And I used it today. I feel like it really just gives this beautiful, beautiful definition to my hair. And like I said, I do not get my hair professionally colored. I do my roots myself, and that's it. So add it to cart, you will love it. The next item is one, again, that I have not talked about on Amazon before in specifics, and that is my Queen of Thrones castor oil. You know, I just like went through all 3 seasons of Bridgerton, and I'm like so about like queen energy and like how can I receive and just let things come to me. But this castor oil is the best for a couple of reasons. Number one, you can get on Amazon so you don't have to go anywhere, which we love. Number two, it comes in a glass bottle, which is really, really important when it comes to castor oil. And number three, it is also organic. You know, castor oil is the kind of product that just pulls things. So if you're using it in a plastic bottle, it's gonna pull that plastic out, and then you're basically putting plastic on your skin, and nobody wants that. What I do, because this is a pretty large bottle and it's gonna last you a good long time, is I get small glass bottles, not anything with a pump because the pump is plastic and also has the metal coil, but I get a glass dropper bottle, so then I could just like kind of squeeze it. I squeeze it into the dropper, put it onto my hand, and then I put it wherever I'm putting it. Word to the wise, it is oil. Don't get it all over your bedding like I did. I didn't get it on my sheets, but I got it actually on the fabric of my bed, which is super annoying, but I digress. Just be mindful. What I like to do is put it on my skin when my skin also is damp. Again, it's oil, so it kind of seals in that moisture. I like to put it all over my body, specifically my feet. I've got crusty, dry, nasty dancer feet, and so I put them on cracked heels. I also love to put it on the back of my hands. I did use it on my skin, and I liked it, but I have to just be honest with you, as I always am. I didn't necessarily love it all over my face as like a daily. If my skin is feeling dry or something, again, put on that moisture, and then that would be the last step because it is thick. But again, I love using it on my lips. So there's so many uses for castor oil, but this is the brand that I would highly recommend. And again, you you can get it on Amazon, so why leave your house? This next item I think is just amazing, and especially in the summertime. Summertime, if you're like me, it's like easy, it's breezy. You don't want to be thinking about makeup. You don't want to constantly be like reapplying lipstick. Like that is just not the look. So that's why I love the Wonder Skin Lip Mask. It is just amazing. Yes, it goes on kind of like the color of my dress. You look absolutely insane when it goes on, but it is just the perfect lip stain. In fact, it is exactly what I have on my lips right now. I love it, and this will last me, and I'm not joking, the entire day. So you don't have to put the gloss on like I did. You could just put it on, and then I would say, because it is a slight bit drying, or if you're like me and you have dry lips, put on the stain on clean, dry lips that have also been exfoliated. You can even just use a microfiber cloth, but then you want to put the stain on, let it dry, wash it off with a microfiber cloth, and then I would either put on a lip balm if you want to keep it super natural, super like I'm just naturally pretty looking, or if you want to just gloss it up a little bit, put your favorite gloss on top of it. Is amazing. The color that I use is called Whimsical, and I love it because it's like this perfect rosy color, and I just think it flatters so many skin tones. I absolutely love it. I also featured this lip stain in a recent video, a 10-minute summer makeup look that's really bronzy and glowy and just very natural, and also stays on literally for the whole day. So after this video, definitely check that one out next. But you want this lip stain, I'm telling you, it's better than all the other ones that I've tried. It stays on, it lasts, and it's just chef's kiss perfection. I'm a huge fan of double cleansing, especially for my eyes. You know, I love the mascara that's like a tubing mascara that stays on literally all day, no matter what you do. And I do find that, you know, it takes some work getting it off, but with our delicate skin around our eyes, we always want to be really careful how we're removing our makeup, so we're not like pulling and tugging all over our eyes, which if you're like me, when you put on makeup, you're kind of doing that anyway. So I love this, and I don't really know how to pronounce it. Is it unique or unique? I don't know. I believe it's also a Korean product, and it's a cleansing oil, and I just love it. Like, I like using the app Think Dirty to find out which are sort of like cleaner brands that are less dirty to use, and this is one that came up for me, so I love trying new products that way. I really love this as an eye makeup remover, or if you've had like heavier makeup, putting it all over your face. Both are fine. I've even used it just as an oil cleanser on its own. So of course that depends on your skin type, but I really like this. It gets off your makeup so easy, especially if you use waterproof or tubing mascara like me, but it's really gentle, and also you're just adding a little bit of hydration, and then I follow it up with a normal cleanser. So I definitely like this one, and like I said, I used it on the Think Dirty app, and it's a little bit of a cleaner product, which we love, so definitely add this one to cart. So I talked about this a little bit kind of in passing, but I got these microfiber cloths, which, you know, I know that might sound like, do you really need that? And that's how I felt. You know, I'm one of those people, like, I'm not a washcloth girl. You know, I don't know. I just feel like any kind of washcloths or sponges or loofahs, they just, to me, scream bacteria. But I did get this pack of microfiber cloths. I believe it comes in like 12 in a pack, so you'll always have a clean one, and I am completely obsessed with them. They are just the best way. After I wash my face, I just rinse it, and I use a clean one every single time because I have so many of them. They're soft, they're gentle, but you really get that sense that you are taking it all off. You're taking off all makeup, all skincare, and especially with some skincare products, they don't really mesh together. So it's really important, you know, if you put on something at night that doesn't work with, like, let's say your vitamin C in the morning, you want to make sure you get all that. So these microfiber cloths I love. I also specifically got a dark color because there's nothing grosser than seeing like your makeup all over a white washcloth. So if you're a little bit like particular like me, these are the best bet. They're inexpensive, they're great, they're effective. I absolutely love them. Before we go on, I just want to take one quick second to say thank you so much for being here. If you haven't already, please do consider subscribing. It's totally free to do so. Just tap on that button. Make sure to tap on the bell so you always know when I have a video that goes live, and give this video a big thumbs up. I have been a huge fan of Rosewater toner for years and years and years. I feel like I really try them all. Like, I do love the Caudalie, but it's like $50. I mean, it's expensive, but it does smell amazing. So that's one that we will also add to our list. But for a more reasonably priced option, I love the Heritage Rosewater products. They actually gifted me a while ago a whole product line of their products, and I was just really impressed with the product. It just feels, you know, it's something that's been around forever, and it just feels so good on your face. In the morning, a lot of times when I'm trying to rush and get my daughter out of the house in the morning, the best I can do is like a spritz of rose water and like I'm out the door. So I also feel like with certain products, like I said, hyaluronic acid or the Snail Mucin, you want to make sure that your face is moisturized, that you have some water there for it to really plump up the skin. So this is my favorite one. Like I said, it's super inexpensive, and it is really a staple that I repurchase and repurchase like literally all the time. Another new product for me that will absolutely be a staple for me is the Botanicals Spray Sunscreen. It is a sheer zinc. Yes, you heard me right. Sheer zinc spray. So I love this for my daughter when she's going to camp. I just hose her down with her sunscreen. She's very lucky. She has this beautiful, beautiful, nice golden brown skin. She gets really tan, and no matter what your skin color is, we want to practice safe sun. So I love this. It's so easy to apply, or if you're like doing a beach day by yourself, you don't need anyone to spray your back. You can do it yourself, and I just love it. I love that it is a clean product. I use it on my daughter. I use it for myself, and you know, her skin is dark, and if she's gonna get a white cast, you will see it. She's gonna look super weird. I might not. I might just look paler, but this one does not give a white cast, so that's why I love it. And again, I use that Think Dirty app to make sure that it is a cleaner product. It is. This company is fantastic. I've used other of their products before, but this one for sure is coming to Italy with me. I think it's SPF 50? I can't remember off the top of my head, but it's really effective. And then for the face, what I'll do for my daughters, I'll just spray it on my hand, you know, and then just kind of press it on her face, which she likes because she feels like you're kind of putting on makeup, so she feels like a big girl. So definitely, if you haven't tried this, this is your sign to try it now. Oh my goodness, oh my goodness, oh my goodness, oh my goodness. I have been talking about this line of products, I'm not kidding you, for 10 years on YouTube. If you haven't tried RMS, what are you waiting for? Again, it is a cleaner makeup brand. I love Rosemarie. She used to be the makeup artist for Victoria's Secret Angels back in the day, and she is chic, she is elegant, she is just gorgeous, she knows her shit. So I've been talking about their luminizer, which is the highlighter that I have on my face right now. I've been talking about their concealer, which is, I love RMS products because they're meant to be used with your fingers. She wants you to touch your face. She wants all of her products to just feel like you are just naturally gorgeous, and they work. Also, if you're like me and you're not a makeup artist and you want to look good, I love that they're kind of like mess up proof. The concealer, you just tap it on. You literally do not even need a makeup mirror. It's like just the best thing ever. The highlighter, it doesn't give you like any kind of like slashes on your face of highlighter. It just literally melts in your skin and makes you just look like you're dewy and glowy and just like a goddess. This is new for me, and I was kindly gifted this from RMS, and this is not sponsored, but it was a gift. But look at this, okay? So it's their lip to cheek. If you haven't tried RMS products yet, I'd say this is the best way to start. I mean, there's this gorgeous, gorgeous kind of red color, which is an amazing color as blush. You also can do it kind of for that like French, you know, French kind of like I just made out with someone look on your lips. There's just beautiful colors. Like this looks amazing on your eyes. I put this on my lips, and it also gives you a little bit of the luminizer. So you kind of get everything that you need in this chic little case. It's small, you can throw it in your bag. And in the summertime, this is what you want. So definitely add this to your cart. You will love this, and you can just do so much with it. And I feel like her products also, she's got a real knack for just having them work for so many different skin tones. So this is your sign to check out RMS right now. Add it, baby. If I had a nickel for every time I talk about this self-tanner, I would be so rich. But I'm telling you, again, I always am looking for products that are just a little bit less toxic. Like, yes, I'm looking for less, you know, toxic products. Yes, I eat organic food, and yes, I get Botox. That is called balance, right? But this self-tanner is amazing. I don't know why, but for me, it gives me the perfect color, and it lasts a good 5 days. I just put it all over my body with a mitt, and I just go to sleep, and my sheets, which are white, do not get stained. I absolutely love this product so much. The Beauty by Earth Self Tanner. They also have drops for your face. I haven't tried them yet, but I definitely will. But I absolutely love the lotion, you know, Self Tanner. It's amazing, and like I said, I've been using it for years. It's the only one that I use. I usually buy like 3 at a time, so I never run out. And even in Italy, because, you know, I don't really like lie out in the sun. I'll be outside, you know, kind of under an umbrella with sunscreen, but, you know, I don't want to feel like white as a ghost. So it just kind of gives you that little extra bit of confidence that we all want. Now, this is the part of the video, if you have darker skin, you're so lucky. But if you're very pale like me, we need a little help. And so usually, like I said, I will put on my Self Tanner and go to sleep and wake up and I'm like, oh, I just look better. But sometimes I can't do that. So what's a girl to do whose legs are so white they almost look purple? Well, enter the Sally Hansen Airbrush legs. Now, I do not like the spray version of this. I am a control person and I really like the lotion. And even my pale self, I get shade medium. It gives you the look like you literally just got a spray tan, okay? It dries fast, like it dries really fast. So what I normally do when I'm putting on like Self Tanner, I'll put some here, some here, some here, and then I'll just kind of go over with the mitt. You can't do this with the Sally Hansen Airbrush legs. You have to go calf, front and back of calf, get it done. All right, thigh, do the whole thigh. I'll also tell you when I do some of my videos for you, you know, it's a bit of a confidence booster for me to have a little bit more tan skin. And so when I do like B-roll and just, you know, content for YouTube, I will put it on my stomach, I'll put it on my back, even put it on my arms, just to give me this kind of like look like I got a spray tan, but like I didn't have time to put on Self Tanner. So this lasts too. I mean, it really doesn't come off until you really, again, microfiber cloths come in handy here, until you use your microfiber cloth with soap and really get it off. It lasts, it lasts, it lasts. I've done it before I go to the beach because I'm like, oops, I forgot to tan. So if you're a pale girly like me, this is amazing. You know, I have a friend who's very particular, and we went out to an event the other day and she was like, did you get a spray tan? And I was like, no, I sure didn't. It's the Sally Hansen Airbrush legs. So if you want to feel like bronzy, tan, golden goddess and have that confidence that a tan can give you with safety, get this. Another product that is just a must-have for me, and I will never not be with this, is the Maybelline Age Rewind Concealer. But do I use it as a concealer? Oh no, my friend, I do not. I use it as bronzer, not as contour, but you know, I look at like Charlotte Tilbury and the way it's applied, I'm like, it's just a darker color. So one day I was like, I wonder what would happen if I got a concealer that's like a bajillion shades darker than my skin and I used it as bronzer. And you know what? It's my favorite thing to do. I like to put it on my cheekbones nice and high. I put it on my forehead so that my 8 head is a little bit smaller and I look like I got some sun. I've used it on my eyelids as like a nice brown kind of natural looking eye color. I'll even use it on a makeup brush around my lips sometimes to just give a little bit of shadow so it looks like I have naturally fuller lips. So definitely check it out. So many of you ask what shade I use. Mine is very dark for me. It's 147.5. That's the exact color that I have on today. That's my favorite color. So check it out, try it, and thank me later. Speaking of items that I will never live without, it's the Maybelline Tattoo Studio in the shade Rose Gold. You know, we need highlight, especially as we get older, right? I'm pushing 50 here, right? So having anything that's going to reflect light, it just gives you a more youthful, dewy, glowy appearance, whatever you want to call it, right? And so I love using this shade particularly on my waterline. It just kind of reflects the light a little bit and it gives you a little, I don't know, a little special something. And then I also use it in the inner corner of my eyes. You know, Kevin Aucoin was one of the great makeup artists of the 90s. I have every single one of his books. He was just truly a genius and he unfortunately passed too fast, but he always would say, you know, you need that highlighter in the inner corner of your eye. And I think that instead of using like a white or like even like I don't know, peachy color on your waterline, using something that's a little bit more reflective, it just brightens you up a little bit. So check out the Maybelline Tattoo Studio. It's super inexpensive. And this has been my best seller with all of you on all of YouTube. This is the one product that I know you love. So if you haven't tried it, join our team because it is like amazing. Another product I absolutely cannot live without, again, it's so funny how much of this is like make me look tan, but you know, I live in Miami and I'm like a white girl, so I like to look a little bit like I've got a little bit of color on me. It's the Indeed Nano Bronzing Drops. I love these. I featured them in several videos. They're really just like a staple for me. I've tried other bronzing drops that are like double the price. This woman, her products are phenomenal. I actually met her once a couple years ago on a show that I was like the host of, and she's super, super nice lady, but her products are like incredible. These bronzing drops particularly, I like to blend them up in my sunscreen to kind of create almost like my own tinted moisturizer or like a tinted primer, and it just gives you like the most natural color. And I love a bronzing drop in lieu of, you know, buying different like foundation shades or different shades of tinted moisturizer. Like, I don't know about you, but I'm a mom, I don't have time for that. So I just add it to my cart on Amazon, and then I can control the shade that it is based on my skin tone and how much sun I've been getting naturally just like walking and existing in Miami. So I love that bit of control that bronzing drops will give you. These are amazing. They're priced perfectly and just a staple that I will never live without. Okay, eyebrows. I was in college in the 90s. We plucked the living daylights out of our eyebrows. Like, we had just like this straight line. It was like, what is it, 1920? But you know, we're all trying to like grow them back, and there's like this whole trend on like eyebrow blindness. And I actually think I had it a little bit last year when I was like laminating my brows, and now I look at them and I'm like, those look a little bit weird. So what I found that I like instead is, yes, a brush up, but a little bit more natural looking. And this is the NYX Thick It Stick It. I love it in the shade Taupe. It works perfectly. I have tons of gray eyebrow hairs because, you know, I'm almost 50. So I like that it just gives you a little bit of color, but it's also like kind of like a gel for your eyebrows. And it's just like a perfect product for me. Again, it's NYX, so it's super inexpensive. And it's just something that I buy on repeat. I always have my next one in my drawer so that it's ready for me to go. And it's just like, I can't live without product. They are not sponsoring this video, but I feel like at this point they absolutely should. So if you're listening, I'm ready for it. Super Goop is my favorite brand of sunscreen. I've used it for years, and there are 3 staple products for me that I absolutely love. Unseen sunscreen, that is the one that I use, kind of like I make my own tinted moisturizer with the Indeed Nano Bronzing Drops. I put a little bit of that on my hand, mix it up. You don't need a mirror even to put it on. You just kind of blend it and it's just perfect. I don't use that as sunscreen, so don't yell at me for saying you're ruining the efficacy of your sunscreen. I'm using it as makeup, okay? So just hear me. The Super Goop Glow Screen. Do you see how like my shoulders and my collarbones have this like little bit of a glow here, all right? That's what I use. I use it even when I'm inside. It just gives you a little bit of light, a little bit of reflection. Remember, it's all about smoke and mirrors here, right? So it's a staple for me. And then I also love their resetting spray, which is a powder. It's great for kids too. So if you've got a little one like me and she's moving and grooving, I'm like, you have to put on sunscreen. It's so easy to just walk over to her and just like put the Super Goop resetting on her face, and like it's easy and it's done. They also, I think, have a stick that I haven't tried, and I think one of my girlfriends tried it, but I love their products. I think they're amazing. Again, just like I always have my Super Goop on rotation, and I get it on subscription with Amazon, which just, again, as a busy mom, makes my life so easy. I've been using this product now for about a year, and I love the color, the formulation, the packaging. Like, I just love everything about it. And that is the Kosa's Brow Pop, and I like it in the shade Taupe. And yes, I use it for my eyebrows, but where I really love it the most is underneath my eyes as a liner. I think, and I got one of my girlfriends to do the same, it just gives you a little bit of very soft definition. It's almost like you put a little filter. So it just defines the under eye a little bit, but it's soft, it stays forever, and it's just like it just gives you, again, that little something that doesn't scream makeup, doesn't scream that you're overdone, but it gives you definition. And that's what we all want, right? Obviously, it's great for your eyebrows. You know, like I mentioned earlier, I have tons of gray eyebrow hairs. So I love just, you know, kind of covering them up and just kind of filling them in a little bit so there's a little bit more defined and the color is a little bit more saturated in my eyebrows, if that makes sense, because everything starts fading. With age, you're like, your hair color starts going, your eyebrow color starts going. So with the Kosa Brow Pop, you kind of keep that definition and it just makes you pop. This one is a little bit on the pricier side, but is it worth every penny? Abso-freaking-lutely. That's the Kogen Dough Tubing Mascara. This product is amazing, okay? I live in Miami. I'm always like at a pool. It's always like 8 million degrees out. You know, I am an eye rubber. I used to always have mascara like all over my eyes, even if it was waterproof, even if they market as smudge proof. For years now, I've been using this product. I will never go back. I love it. It stays on legitimately the entire day. You can take a nap with this on. You can go swimming with this on. It does not come off until you actually wash it off. So that's where that oil cleanser comes in for me. It just makes it really easy. You can just wash it off if you don't want to do an oil cleanse or if your skin doesn't like an oil cleanse with just whatever your cleanser is, but you kind of like go like this to kind of get the tubes off, and that is the only way that they come off. So I love this. I love the packaging, but I just love that it really, really stays on. So if you're a busy person, this is your mascara. We talked about Kevin Aucoin, and this is the eyelash curler that he recommends. And whatever Kevin Aucoin recommends, I do, and that's the Shu Uemura Eye Curler. My lashes are long, but they are light and they are extremely straight. I do not have a curl at all in my lashes, which is so weird because my hair is actually wavy and has a lot of volume, but my lashes are just like straight out. So this curler is amazing. It's soft. It doesn't rip out my eyelashes. I had a cheaper one for a while, and at one point I literally did cut my eyelashes with it. We do not want to do that. So if you want a natural lift, a natural curl, you will want the Shu Uemura. It's the straightest lashes will get an amazing curl from this. One thing that I'm really, really good at is kind of finding products that are sort of inspired by other higher price ones. And these are absolutely that. And this is the Rimmel Lip Liners. Like, I'm telling you, okay, I've bought the Charlotte Tilbury and we love her. You know, we love supporting other women and women-owned brands, but I'll tell you, sometimes we don't want to spend a bajillion dollars on makeup. It's like, why is it when you go into Sephora, you're like, oh my God, I just spent like $300 on like nothing, right? Sometimes it's annoying. So again, I'm lazy and I am busy and I just like Amazon because it comes to me. I don't have to go out. So the Rimmel Lip Liners, they last forever. And my two favorite colors are Cappuccino, which is a really nice brown that kind of you can use as like a shadow. So this is a controversial one. You know, I have a video, a makeup video that I'll leave linked down below. And I like to overline my lips. It's my face. If you don't like to overline your lips, don't do it. But this shade of Cappuccino is the perfect shade. I love to put it on sometimes and I'll just buff it out with my finger and then put lip gloss over it and I'm like done, which we love, right? But then there's also the 90s nude. So if I really want to have my lips look finished, I'll use that Cappuccino and then I'll blend it in with the 90s nude. Again, I explain all of this in that video, but they're amazing. I mean, they last forever. They're soft, like my lips are dry. They just glide on smoothly. And I'll tell you that some of those higher end brands that you can get at like a Sephora or a department store, some of them I feel like with my dry lips, I'm like, you know, like working so hard to get them on. These are smooth sailing and the shades are incredible and it really lasts. Okay, talk about unsexy products. I think there was like a trend on TikTok for a little while, like a micro trend that was like unsexy products that work, and I have a few here coming up here. So one is a nose hair trimmer. Listen, especially if you're in perimenopause or menopause, you start getting those weird hairs all over the place. And you know, I'm Italian, like we have a lot of hair, right? So a nose hair trimmer is a must for me. Don't get me started. There's nothing worse than finding like you have like that one weird hair and you're like, why did no one say anything? And you start wondering like, do I even have real friends, right? Don't let that be the case. It's unsexy, but it works. Talking about hairiness, I mentioned that, you know, I'm Italian. I have a lot of peach fuzz. Thank goodness the hair on my face is light, but I will tell you, it just drives me crazy. So you want to invest in a microplaner to get all that peach fuzz off. I know that they have those products where you can spray your face white and then shave it off. I don't do that. I just like try to look at it in different lights and different mirrors, but a microplaner is a must for me. I like this brand specifically because they're made from recycled materials, which, you know, we like the environment, we like the earth. I like that the shades are very like neutral, you know, so it's like kind of pretty in your hand, and it's not super embarrassing if you have it like out on your sink or something next to your toothbrush, but these get the job done, gets the hair off, and, you know, just check it out because it's just a weird thing that happens when you get older. You just get hairier. You start losing the color, but you get more of it. So shave your face, get that peach fuzz off. It'll make your makeup and your skincare better. Do not do this if you have pimples, if you have acne. That is my like PSA for you. Do not do this if you have any kind of active breakouts. That is not for you. But if you have clear skin and just peach fuzz, just get rid of it. Keeping on this trend of unsexy but effective, look, pimples, we all get them. And I had like a huge pimple, and one of my friends here in Miami, her husband owns a skincare brand, and I was like, listen, I have a zit, I don't know what to do, I don't really get zits, and she was like, get the Mighty Patches. I love them, they're amazing, and I don't even know what's in them, but they work. It doesn't dry out my skin too much, it just somehow, you just stick it on your face, and it's like overnight, it just takes that zit out, and you don't pick at it, you don't cause a scar on your face, it just gets rid of it. So these are something I always have in case of emergencies, and I love that they're easy to travel with too. So I have like in my travel bag like some like, you know, boob stick or double stick tape, and like, you know, pair of scissors, like a needle and thread, and like these zit patches, the Mighty Patches are something that I always have in there just in case, because you never know when you're gonna have a little mini explosion or like a friend show up on your face. I get my nails done probably like every 2.5 to 3 weeks, but sometimes you kind of snag them or something. And nail files for me are kind of annoying because I feel like they just don't really work. I don't know if it's because I get gels, but it's like, I feel like I can't really get in there. I have a friend who turned me on to a glass nail file. Best decision ever, like changed my life. I don't know why, but the glass nail file, it's just more effective. You know, it just works. It will always, like, no matter if you have gels or dip or whatever, and you get that little snag, you can just like file it right off and it's gone. It's nice and sharp. And you can also, what I love, you know, normal nail files, you have to go in one direction. With a glass one, you can actually go back and forth, which just makes it quicker and easier. And that is what I am all about. Whew. And my last product is one that I don't think I've ever talked about here on YouTube, but that is this shampoo brush. Now, I do get dry scalp, and especially right after I color my hair, like a good 3 to 4 days after, I get like flakes. I don't know if it's like reaction to the dye or what, but it happens. It's not really anything but annoying, you know, and I use like a more natural brand of hair dye, so I don't know why it happens, but it does. So I use this brush to really make sure that I am stimulating the scalp. Also, I never had a problem with hair loss after pregnancy or anything like that, but I know a lot of women, because of hormonal imbalances, especially in perimenopause or menopause, they have issues with their hair, or, you know, their hair falling out, or it's just not growing as thick and strong, and, you know, all those wonderful perks that come with aging. So this really, really can help. You know, it stimulates your scalp, so you're really getting a good wash. If you're a person like me that in between washes, I let my hair get dirty, and I use like a kind of a wax type of product, or like if I'm wearing my hair slicked back, it's like really smooth. So this really gets all the gunk out, it stimulates your scalp, and it just makes your hair feel so much better. So if you haven't ever tried one of these, this is just something I will never ever not have in my shower. So there you have it. That is the best of beauty. And since Prime Day is right around the corner, you might want to add some of these to your cart right now, because there's always such great deals on Prime, and you can even add them on subscription like I like to, so I just never run out. Thank you so much for being here. If you haven't already, please do consider subscribing. It's totally free to do so. All you gotta do is tap on that button. Make sure to give this video a big thumbs up if you liked it, and tap on the bell so you always know when I have a video that goes live. And if you wanna keep hanging with me here on YouTube, make sure to check out this video next, and I'll see you there.